What's up? This is Lamore. What's up? This is Lamore, and today we're going to be reworking the She Comes Around song into the remix. So it's going to be really cool. We got She Comes Around into a remix. I love doing these things, so let's jump into it. We're gonna wait a minute for people to come into the chat. This is Lamore, and we are ready to go. We're ready to go. We're going to be reworking She Comes Around into a remix. It's early morning. I got the morning kombucha burps. You better triple mask. So here we go. And, right now I've been working on this remix for a while. I kind of want to add some new synths. So I'm just going to kind of print anything that I'm just going to kind of do some cleaning while people get into the chat. Some cleaning, like I'm not like cleaning my room, but it's like cleaning the session. So like anything that's taken up a ridiculous amount of processing power, I'm gonna just print. Sometimes I finish in Pro Tools, but I've been trying to get in the habit of, it's weird because when a mix is rocking in Ableton, you just don't even want to screw the mix up because it's already rocking. So it's like, should I even, do I even need to, put it into something, put it into Pro Tools and mess up the whole mix and restart over and print stems. But a lot of times it does help. So word to the wise, sometimes it helps. I got a reverb plugin on this one. I'm going to go ahead and commit it. And then a big thing, very smart thing to do that you guys should always do is do save as. I do this every time I send something, like if it's a new week or I send something out to a client or something, I'll do a save as, do a new number. So this is going to be 5.0 because I had it at 4.0. Boom, save as. So I'm going to be printing whatever I got. See if there's anything like taking up a lot of processing power that doesn't really need to be. Like this one has got like some cool stuff. It's got Portal on there. It's just like a little effect thing. Let's listen to it. So that's just like an effect I made with the vocals. I got Portal on there. This thing's such a cool plugin. Portal for this vocal effect. All right, that's cool. But I'm going to go ahead and print it. I'm going to print it. You know why? Because I'm trying to use less processing power. And so that's the only way. That's the only way to really like, even with the new supercomputers, like it just comes to a point where you can't, the session gets kind of busy, so you want to print some stuff. Got a resample track with some cool things, some bit reduction. This track actually has a lot of really cool things in it, and we'll start going over them in a bit. We got some people in there. Feel free to leave a chat. Feel free to leave a chat. I might actually start printing some of these serum leads, even though I try to leave it open as much as possible. That's like super ravey. That's just so ravey. I fucking love it, you know what I'm saying? And so, but I'm going to take the MIDI, so make sure we like keep the MIDI, put it on another track. I'm going to name that Sir Lead MIDI. I'm going to keep that there. I'm going to go ahead and print this mother trucker. How's everyone else doing on a happy Tuesday? It's Tuesday. We're back. It's Tuesday. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Had some barbecue. I went to a wedding last week. That was a lot of fun. Went to my cousin's wedding in Pacific Palisades. And it was awesome. Had a lot of fun. Got to see a lot of family. That's always like really refreshing. It's just a good feeling. It's a good feeling when all that stuff comes together. We got another lead here. I don't even remember bringing this in, but I think we brought it for the second drop. Kinda messed it up. Some of you guys might recognize this tune. This one's She Comes Around. And I just kind of reworked it. I started reworking it. And, was going to wait for the big release, but, let's go on live. We could preview it, tease it a little bit, see what I did. So, I've been into that future rave sound that, David Guetta's doing, Morton's doing, a lot of those cats are doing. And it's just a vibe. It's like kind of combining some of that old big room sound, combining that with just new kind of techno vibes. So, we got this intro, which is just like classic house stuff. So boom, let's say that again. Falling down for you. I can see it's true. This is rad. I mean, that is big buzzy synth right there. So, just kind of redid that whole part. But I already got an idea. I really want to add, that bass is really cool, but I want to add a gain station on there. Let's see if my computer doesn't freak out. Let's use the ZL version. And so, because that bass is cool, but I want more more distortion. I love distortion. If anyone's familiar with any of my productions, I just like distortion. I don't know why. It just makes things sound better. So we got this buzzy bass. I mean, sick. But what if we can make it sicker, right? So let's change some things. Like, that's kind of neat. What about the clipper? Oh, that's too mean. We'll add some spreader. I mean, that definitely gives it a different kick. I mean, not, it's the same kick drum, but like a different, you know what I mean? Different flavor. That's what this is without it. I mean, that's dope. It's almost too mean. I'm gonna reduce it a bit. Maybe bring back the original. Blend it. I mean, it's kind of mean. Let's bring it down a lot more. She runs around. this part I totally redid. I redid the whole, the whole chords. I changed all the chords.
She comes around. She runs around town. She knows that I'm down. She comes around.
I'm gonna redo this even more. I'm still like trying to get that buzzy bass, as buzzy as I want it. So I'm gonna just cut out some lows. So it's just kind of, I'm kind of just gonna use it as kind of like a multi-band thing, where I'm cutting out the lows and highs of because I'm doing the distortion in parallel.
She comes around. She runs around town. She knows that I'm down. She comes around. She comes around. She runs around.
That's kind of neat.
She knows that I'm down. She comes around. She comes around.
This is fucking cool. I love this pad. Dun, dun. Let's see if we can actually, send that pad. Immediately, I know I got a patch in my OB6 that could do that. So let's send it to the OB6, see if that'll.
She comes around. She runs around town. She knows that
But there's probably gonna be a little bit of like, the click.
she comes around. She runs around town. She knows that I'm down. She comes around.
We're gonna mess with some synthesizers today. That's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna grab this. And I like to do it at the end of the session. That sounds good. And then we're gonna try to come up with some synthesizer sounds. Yeah, buddy. So we're getting there. Cool. Let's mess with some synth. Let's mess with that OB6 right now. Cool. We got some things. That second to last take I really liked. Thanks everyone who's here too. You know, leave a message in the chat if you want. But okay, what's going on now? So now I'm going to take that. I'm going to put it into the song. I like to do the experimenting like onto the side of the track. I don't know. Just feels better to me. And it's just easier that way. So let's see how it sounds within the track now. Turn off this MIDI. Something's out of tune, right?
She comes around. She runs around town. She knows that I'm down. She comes around.
I reckon it's the synthesizer, but we'll fix it. So let's get back to that buzz, though. I do want to. So that's kind of neat, that thing. But let's get. Fuck, where is the fucking MIDI? Excuse my French. These aren't even monetized, but I guess if you swear, you get unmonetized or something like that. So we'll be careful. We'll be careful for next time. I do want to turn this buzz into a MIDI. Let's see if I just, this is a cool trick, just do the MIDI track. I could go back to the old session and grab the MIDI, but let's see if I just consolidate and let Ableton come up with the MIDI, see if it'll work. Might work. Then you right click, convert melody to new MIDI track. It's actually a lot of fun doing this all live with you guys. It's exciting. It's exciting. It's exciting. Exciting. Computer's waiting. Computer's always waiting, right? So that wasn't exact because you could see it's missing. Something's wacky. So I'm going to print that gain station too because it takes a lot of... Oh, did I already print it? Oh no, here's the gain station. So we got the gain station on this second bass. This guy. And it just takes up a lot of processing power. So I'm going to go ahead and print it. And meanwhile, you guys could leave a chat. Hit subscribe, hit like, hit follow. Do it all. It's actually, honestly, like a lot of the time is just like track maintenance and doing all that stuff. Because, you know, when you're just being creative, it's just like creating tracks. I don't know how many times I've gotten something to mix from another artist, and it's just like audio 1, audio 2, audio 3, audio 4. So name the tracks. And then, you know, some people go overboard that are just like, you know, like put the exact patch and the exact synth and like the exact setting on the envelope in every name. So, you know, you could jot everything down, you know, it's all helpful. You know, if you have like a full-time engineer, like obviously all that information is helpful when later you're like, oh, what was that sound? And you could just pull it up right away. But I'll usually, if I'm bringing in something from analog, I will do the patch name. If it's, and you know, I try to do it with Serum too. But I have the old session, so I can always just go back and get the session if needed. So that's one way of doing it. That's definitely one way of doing it. We're just going to take this MIDI. What we're going to do is we're going to take, so then I printed that. And then let's hear what we got. Let's hear what we got. Because this is not supposed to be there either. So let's delete that.
Falling down for you. I can see it's true.
So then what I'm going to do is, once again, I'm going to just take... I'm going to take this whole chunk of time. I'm going to do copy time up there, and then over here I'm going to do I'm going to paste it over here at the end of the song. Just cuz it's just like, in my brain it's just easier to do it that way. And now we got this really cute patch just distorting everything. But let's send that over to the monopoly maybe. Let's mess with the monopoly. Monopoly on? Yeah. Love that one. So as a MIDI track, we're going to send it out. All ins and outs. All ins. And we're just going to solo this stuff. And we're going to solo the vocal too. That's the problem. That's an audio, or that's an instrument track. We want that as a MIDI track. Hold on, cancel. I'm taking this, put it right there. Output right here, monopoly. There we go. Now we're rocking. Does sound that monopoly's got a sound. Loop. Let's do it like that. Yeah, we'll just loop it. So sometimes it sounds like a mess when everything's playing, so we're just going to do solo. Because, you know, you have to, there's a latency in the MIDI. And I thought I would just be able to cut off the envelope of this long bass, but we're going to have to make it short. We might actually have to go back and get the MIDI, which if the homies, if Frankie was here, he'd be like, go get the MIDI. That's the best thing to do. Here it is. So then I have the old sessions here. That's actually a beat I did with Johnny Z. I don't know why that's there. This one's sick. Sick. Okay, well, we want to go back. Let's go down to this one. See if we can get the MIDI. That wasn't that hard. There it is. Fucking magic, as long as Ableton doesn't crash, right? We're in the fucking money. Sweet. Gonna need a new computer soon. Anybody got an M1? Those look so badass. Cool. Back to monopoly time. Wait, we need some reverb on that thing before I could even take it seriously, you know. That monopoly is sick. The patch I had is just already good. Let's do some work on it. I like that patch. Gonna do some. Gonna record it once clean and then one with a little bit of tweaky automation stuff. Sick. Sick. That's pretty cool. So now you guys are all getting a little more familiar with the process. Analog synths are cool. They just kind of add some extra beef to the whole situation. So now I did kind of like that second run, so I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it over in the song and see how it flows with everything, you know.
Comes around. She runs around time.
Moves down this way.
Falling down for you. I can see it's true.
What is that doing? Oh, that was just the MIDI we grabbed there. We can delete that one. And then we're going to put this one up here. I thought I'd do something different because I've been making beats live, and then the whole idea was like, you know what, I might just do everything live from conception to completion. So, you know, sometimes I might be doing some mixing, sometimes I might be working on some synths, some guitar stuff, some bass stuff. The idea is when Tuesday at 11 comes, I'll be working on music with you guys, or with myself and you guys. And feel free to leave something in the chat and, you know, talk a bit, you know, but I'm here. I'm here for any questions, anything you guys might think of. But that's the idea. When Tuesday comes, we're just going to be working on music on live and, you know, try to make it as entertaining as possible, try to make it informative. But like let you guys in on the journey, because I think a lot of people don't see how this all comes together. And this analog stuff, synth stuff, is actually important because it can be kind of intimidating when you first get an analog synth, trying to get it to sync. So everyone has their own methods with the latency. I like to do it at the end of the session and soloed, but I already have an idea of what I want from the song. So, or from the sound rather. So it's a little easier to do it that way, then I don't have to like compete with the latency while I'm doing it. And you know, I'm glad I'm talking about the latency, because then that reminds me, I got to slide the synth back in time. Like now it just sounds way thicker and realer. So that's the original synth, and then today we did the distorted one. Kind of give it some more sauce, and then we just added this layer of the monopoly over there. It's unexplainable. It's analog. Sick.
when you went away. Things I didn't say.
I'm actually going to add my favorite compressor to it too.
She comes around, comes around.
And that's what crashed the session, of course. I hope I saved it. I think I did save it. I always like add all these plugins. I always add all these plugins while it's playing, and like I just like I gotta remember, just stop the playback, and then pick it up where you left off. That's how it is, But hopefully Ableton recovers the work, so we're waiting. In the meantime, like, subscribe, chat, leave a message. What'd you guys have for breakfast today? I haven't had breakfast. I only had a smoothie. And so I got to have some real breakfast soon. I don't know what I'm thinking. Some bacon. Maybe just a whole rotisserie chicken. I've been doing squats at the gym. So a whole rotisserie chicken sounds delicious. Something like that. So Ableton's reloading. And then we're going to get to this synth. I think we made some progress. And I'm glad you guys were able to see the progress live. There's nothing more fun than that. With the folks. With the everyday folks. I would say every week, folks, because we're going to be here every week, Tuesdays at 11. Tuesdays at 11 on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. We'll pick one eventually, but I like going to all of them right now. And then, of course, I'm putting the cut downs on YouTube, cut downs on Instagram, cut downs on TikToks. But, yeah. So we're going to do a save as too, because, we've got to save as. And then, boom, you guys just missed it. The new viewers, we were just doing some analog synthesizers. Always get technical difficulties. Always get, of course. I'm liking the comments. Yeah. Well, basically, there's always going to be technical difficulties. So that's the maybe there won't be one day. Maybe there won't be. But here we go. Here's the new analog synth we got. Live quit unexpectedly. I know it did. You know what we're going to do? Instead of using a fancy plugin, we're just going to use the Ableton plugins. That's what we're going to do. So this just kind of like evens it out the sound. You hear that? It's doing some sauce. And technical difficulties give us a chance. It gives us a chance to talk and hang out, And I mean, that's what it's all about. It's all about the hangs here on live. This is like the Millennium Falcon of live streaming setups. That's what this is, It's pretty badass, but sometimes you need Chewbacca to fix something in the back. Yeah. So I mean, that's badass. That's a big full sound.
I can see it's true. When you went away, things I didn't say.
Right now, this thing is kind of like there's some frequencies in there that could use a little help. So I'm going to cut those frequencies out. Just kind of tame it a bit. because it's kind of gone crazy.
She comes around, she runs around town. She knows that I'm down. She comes around, she comes around. She runs around town. She knows that I'm down. She comes around.
The drop's kind of sick. I like where the drop's at. I mean, the drop is bonkers. I mean, the drop's bonkers. Let's get back to this verse.
She comes around. She runs around town. She knows that I'm down. She comes around. She runs around. She comes around. She runs around town. She knows that I'm down. She comes around. She comes around. She runs around town.
And then we got the side chain. Side chain compressor reverb. Always sidechain compressor reverb on this for this type of sound. So you'll hear right here the sidechain compressor. You hear that? So when the bass hits, and then it's like, and then the reverb goes in and out. Okay, we'll put it right here. That's one of my favorite new tricks. So it's like, boom, bass hits, it compresses the reverb, and then reverb comes in strong. It just kind of, it makes the sound a little clearer when it's playing, and then when it's not playing, you get that big reverb sound. Some kombucha got in my face. Still not super happy with that reverb, so I'm gonna it's like over on the side, so I keep moving the window around. At least we didn't have any technical difficulties with cameras today. It was just Ableton. I gotta upgrade to Ableton 11. Who's got anyone here who's got Ableton 11? Sick. So we're getting somewhere. That I love that reverb sound, the gated reverb, or not gated reverb, but side chained reverb. It's just gives it that more ethereal kind of trippy sound. So that's cool.
I can see it's true. When you went away, things I didn't say. She comes around, comes around. She runs around town. She knows that I'm down. She comes around, comes around. You stay around, runs around.
Yeah, some of those pads are getting cloudy. So I'm gonna just see if I could change them a little bit. I got these Mellotron strings in there, and all these little people in my synthesizers. No, they're great people. They're all sound designers in the Arturia program, and so let's see, what can we do? Maybe cut the reverb from the Mellotron, make it a little shorter. Make it a little brighter. Yeah, maybe that'll make a little more room without using EQ. If you want to not use EQ and then just use a synthesizer, that's usually like best. But of course, EQ compress. But like there's a rule where it's like if you're EQing and compressing the hell, maybe just use a different sound. And that's something that like couldn't really do back in the day. I mean, there was some form of that, like I remember when we first were in the studio, it was like we found out that all these records were like had session guitarists and session drummers, and you're like, what the fuck, are you kidding me? So the band would come in and the producer would be like, you know what, this is not quite working. Like, as much as I twist the knobs and change the knobs, gonna have to bring in a session drummer, gonna have to bring in a session bass player. We didn't do much of that in the bands we used to play in, or in the bands I used to record. I did that sometimes. Sometimes I'd suggest it if the drummer was just really like not killing it. I'd say, you know what, it's gonna take us 3 days with this guy. It's gonna take 1 day with this other guy. And sometimes it's not about the money. It's that, dudes want to play on their own records, and that's awesome. But, nowadays with electronic sounds, if you got a sound and you're messing with it to hell, maybe try a different sound because you can. So if it's like a kick drum, or something that's just not quite working, just use a different sound. See, I really like these Mellotron strings, so I'm trying to sneak them in there. So I'm like I know they shouldn't be in there, but maybe they should be in there.
She comes around. She comes around, comes around.
Yeah, they do sound a little better without them. It's that old Smashing Pumpkins Mellotron.
She comes around, comes around. She runs around.
But they're just too vintage antique.
She comes around, comes around. She runs around town. She knows that I'm down. She comes around. She comes around, comes around. She runs around town.
Up in the computer's tapping out. Well, we're gonna change the buffer rate, play it through. Thanks everyone for joining. We're almost at about 1 hour, so it's been a fun live.
Falling down for you.
We made a lot of progress.
I can see it's true.
I love it. Way better than we had it.
When you went away, things I didn't say. time. She knows that I'm down. She comes around. She comes around, comes around. She runs around time. She knows that I'm down. She comes around. Falling down for you.
And then got to make sure to print that or copy paste that stuff over here.
Falling down for you. I can see it's true, it's true.
Oh, did I not have the Budsy synth in the second?
When you went away,
It's a little more ethereal.
things I didn't say. She comes around, comes around. She runs around time. She knows that I'm down. She comes around. She comes around, comes around. She runs around time. She knows that I'm down. She comes around.
Where's Drake at? We need Drake on the feature. That's what we need. She comes around, comes around. She runs around town, girl. That's what we need. But hey, it's been phenomenal. This has been a really fun hour with you guys. This is L'Amour, and love doing these lives with you. Love hanging out with you. This is L'Amour. We'll see you next time. And don't feel shy to leave something in the chat or something like that. And we're here every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. We might pick one. If there's one you prefer, leave it in the comments. If you like Twitch better, if you like YouTube better, if you like Facebook better. I know a lot of my old high school friends and people from my old bands are on Facebook. So, leave a comment, and I hope you guys see you guys on the next one. Much love. Take care. Adios.